All right, fair use, fair use. It's your brother Walt Rum. You're back with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying. I'm going to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Waha, Rakar Kadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000. Men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the one-third men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua by their faith. Just got another lesson I want to bring out. As you've seen, a lot of things are happening very, very fast. Also, this famine of the word is coming very quickly as they try to make free speech, hate speech, anything that doesn't go with the narrative of Esau's mindset, I would say, is going to be deemed as hate speech. And this right here is going to go against us that's pushing the truth. Because Esau is not a man of truth. He's a carnal man and a man of witchcraft, man of sin. So I know that this prophesying on the highways and byways and on the internet is coming to an end very, very soon. And that's the reason why we kind of bring these lessons out every day to build up your spirit and build up your faith to let you know that the Yahweh Shem Yahushua is on your side and he's finna crumble this man's kingdom. But you have to be built up in the faith to understand it, man, and endure to the end. I just went and seen that movie Long Walk, and that was heavy signs of or spiritual meanings, I would say, spiritual meanings. But it's very, very heavy because the first, spoiler alert, I say spoiler alert before I even say it. The first person that got shot was the number 7, man. And 7 goes into completion. And the long walk basically also symbolizes this faith, this walk of faith, man. Because a lot of our people that have been walking in this faith and been in this truth have failed to the wayside, and the Lord ultimately going to destroy them. But what we speaking through the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is exactly what the Lord wanted us to do, man. So let's get into these videos, and Lord willing to be edifying.
Bondi said one of the dumbest things you can say as an attorney general. Do we have it here? I'm looking on my SALT list. Yeah, here it is. She went on Fox News and she went on this podcast with someone named Katie Miller. It's unbelievable. There was absolutely no pushback, but here's what Pam said in SALT 18.
There's free speech and then there's hate speech. And there is no place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie in our society.
Do you see more law enforcement going after these groups who are using hate speech and putting cuffs on people so we show them that some action is better than no action?
We will absolutely target you, go after you if you are targeting anyone with hate speech, anything. And that's across the aisle.
Okay, so that is Stephen Miller's wife, my team reminds me. And while her husband fully understands the law, honestly, while her husband fully understands the law and has been behind the most critical policies of the Trump administration that have been very successful, she clearly doesn't, and she doesn't understand the conservative movement, or she would not have asked that question. What kind of a question is that? It was completely teed up in a way that sounds like a lefty. Are you going to crack down on hate speech? What the fuck? That is not a question that a conservative would ask. I don't understand what's happening there. And then for Pam Bondi to not say, whoa, sister, we on the right do not crack down on hate speech. We don't believe in that nonsense.
So that goes to show you these questions are being asked because this is what they're going to target, man. You saying anything against the system, you saying anything against so-called Esau, especially the small hats, but it's going to be targeted because you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans going against them. And they're gonna deem it as hate speech. No matter how much they said about George Floyd and how much they said about all our people that's been put to death and Trayvon Martin, the list goes on and on. That wasn't hate speech when it was on you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, but now it's hate speech when it happens to them. See, the Esau is a hypocrite, man, and he has the power of the media. He has the power of the airwaves, man, on the radio. He's podcasting, YouTube. I was looking at my video over the weekend from camp. I had it don't really matter, but I had over 109 views on my street teaching, and it went down to 97. So they deal with the algorithms for sure, but they deal with the number of people watching your videos, and they make it where people can't see them, man. So we're getting to the nitty gritty, man. And when the Lord is going to take this truth off the highways and byways and off the internet, because the word is did what it's supposed to do. So now you're seeing the Lord is starting to wind it down by using Esau to come up with these different talking points. Say everything is hate speech. Whatever you say is hate speech. So this is the end, man. And it's quickly approaching the end of this ministry going on the highways and byways. And check this out.
Hey everybody. So I'm in a full face of makeup because I was supposed to go over and have a chat with my friend Jimmy Kimmel on his show. But as you have heard by now, the Jimmy Kimmel show has been pulled indefinitely, abruptly, because of complaints from the Trump administration. So let's see. He didn't end the Ukraine war or solve Gaza within his first week, but he did end freedom of speech within his first year. Hey, for those of you who pray, now's the time to do it. Love you, Jimmy.
And see, now they're going against comedians. And comedians are pretty much a slippery slope, man. You really can't go at them because what they say is supposed to be a joke. It ain't supposed to be targeted at anyone seriously targeted at anyone. You know what I'm saying? Rich, we know what the apostles, broke out through, what comedian means and all that detail. We looked it up. I looked it up myself. But we know what it goes into, man. But the point is, they setting up this narrative to sweep everyone with this hate speech because it doesn't pertain to their agenda. So you're gonna be labeled a hate speech, hate crime, all of that, man. It goes hand in hand. And the truth is, it's a way to get it out for here, man. They're not gonna come out and say, the Hebrew Israelites are telling the truth and we need to shut them down. They ain't gonna come out and just say that plainly, man. But you gotta read between the lines, man. Who is the only ones that's telling the truth? Who is the one that's speaking against the lies? Let's continue on.
You hope that Charlie Kirk's death won't be used by a group we now call bad actors to create a society that was the opposite of the one he worked to build. You hope that. You hope that a year from now, the turmoil we're seeing in the aftermath of his murder won't be leveraged to bring hate speech laws to this country. And trust me, if that does happen, there is never a more justified moment for civil disobedience than that, ever, and there never will be. Because if they can tell you what to say, they're telling you what to think. There is nothing they can't do to you because they don't consider you human. They don't believe you have a soul. A human being with a soul, a free man, has a right to say what he believes. Not to hurt other people, but to express his views.
And Tucker Carlson said it, man. They're using this to set up hate speech. They're gonna sign bills and all the different type of things to basically label as hate speech. You're not gonna be able to say anything about the system, Esau, small hatters, none of that, man. Even their politicians, the left, the right, all that, man. They trying to put it all into one big, I would say, one big scope to label everyone in that scope. Their hate speech, as you seen them do. That's the left, the far left, the far right. And that makes absolutely no sense. Who the hell knows who the fuck the far left is, man? The far right. That's stupid, man. Now, a lot of people that got fired and got kicked out of school just for making videos on a guy that wasn't even a politician, man. He had no government title, but they're using him as a scapegoat to bring in these hate speech legislations. And now here in Babylon the Great, which I'm in Tennessee, and you're gonna see that this is the governor. He's gonna tell you they're finna crack down on um, um, crime, which I mean it's all subliminal, man. They're not gonna tell you this is what we're gonna do. This is the devil, man. We're talking about. But 2/3 of our people, they're gonna think, oh, they ain't gonna do that. They wouldn't do that, and they meant to be destroyed, man. That's all it's explained because you can't explain this to somebody that has not been seeking the Lord. They're not going to understand. So they're not they're like now. They said they're going to Memphis, but I just heard that they're coming into Nashville as well. Now the ones is the Lord is going to put the Spirit on to understand what's going to happen is the men of the Lord and the women of the Lord. Now check this out.
The way we attack crime in Memphis is about to change, and it's about to change forever.
The governor says he expects to deploy the National Guard in Memphis to fight crime within the next 2 weeks.
What can you share with us about the forthcoming National Guard deployment?
Well, it's actually a coordinated effort of multiple agencies, one of them being the National Guard. We've been talking with the Trump administration for months about what are the best ways that we can create a greater level of public safety in Memphis.
Do you intend to declare a state of emergency in Memphis and Shelby County? Because if you do, the National Guard's people would have full law enforcement powers.
In anticipation of this all coming together, we put 50 more highway patrol in Shelby County just this week. When I came in office, we had about a dozen highway patrol in Shelby County. Now we have about 140. So it'll be a coordinated effort that includes the highway patrol. But my belief, the way I think this is going to unfold, is that these National Guardsmen will actually be military police. They'll be trained law enforcement officers. That's who we've used in D.C. when we sent troops to D.C. to supplement the effort that they were putting together up there. These are military police officers, so they're trained law enforcement. That's what I believe, and that's what our plan is going to include. Sending in to help the Memphis Police Department will be trained police officers. Now, these will also be Tennesseans.
So this is going on indefinitely at this point then?
I think what we're going to see is that the way we attack crime in Memphis is about to change, and it's about to change forever. It's about to be a new strategy that includes new players, new team players, and really just a new focus that includes a whole lot more horsepower than it has had in the past. And that's not to say that our efforts at the state level and local level haven't been, serious. We've made very serious efforts, both locally and at the state level. But we're about to get a magnification of those efforts.
And see, this is like I said, this is the governor, man, and he said they're going to military police, and the law enforcement is going to change forever, man. And he's not talking at the side of his neck. This is already in motion, man. This plan is already in motion. Like I said, only ones that's going to seek the Lord is the ones the Lord put the Spirit on to seek Him at the time that is acquired before the judgment comes. And we've been warning for a long time, man. Start with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, man. You've been warning that this day is coming, man. Well, you're not going to be able to get your scriptures out and read them and research and get the precepts and see, do all the things that we've been accustomed to doing, man. The time was approaching very quickly, man. World War III is at the door. The MOTB is at the door. And the family of the word is the door as well, man. So you better get right with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, or get left. Because them chariots is not going to slow down when they take off, man. This is Amos 8 and verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And also in that movie, The Lone Walk, this right here, this faith, this truth, it teaches you about emotions. You can't let your emotions get the best of you, man. Because if you let your emotions get the best of you, it can cause you your life. And see, like I've been saying before, man, the judgment of the Lord is going to be very swift, man. And a lot of our people are going to get caught up in it. And he's going to use Esau to bring a lot of this judgment. And you can't get caught up in your emotions, man. Because getting caught up in your emotions can cost you your life, man. And what we have been sent to do is preach his word and wait on the Lord, man. But you can't let your emotions get the best of you, because like this right here, him saying they're going to be basically pretty much martial law. They're going to be on the streets of Tennessee, man, in the major cities. And it's not going back to the time before CV, man. So a lot of our people are going to want to go and protest and all that madness, which is not going to come to no change. And what we've heard also that they're going to be able to be above the law, not quite those words, but they're going to be exempt from bringing judgment to you, man. This is Ezekiel 3 and verse 24. Just want to hit the point. It says, "Then the Spirit entered into me and set me upon my feet and spake with me and said unto me, go shut up thyself within thy house. But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them." And see, the Lord is going to take the word of the Lord. The word of the Lord is going to be taken off the highways and byways. This is coming to an end very, very fast. You're not going to get a chance to get it right the first time, man. The Lord has said He's going to He is going to Babylon end in an hour. So if the destruction will come in an hour, what you think about this truth? The word coming off the highways and byways. It's going to be a sudden thing, man. It ain't going to be a long, drawn out thing, man. It ain't going to be a long, drawn out thing, man. So the Lord is going to take the men of the Lord off the highways and byways, and His truth is not going to be on the internet anymore, man. This is going to be, it's considered hate speech. Verse 25, it says, "But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them." See that? You're not going to go out among them. Let me get another translation just to make it plain for somebody. They're just hearing this for the first time. New Living Translation says, "There, son of man, you will be tied with ropes, so you cannot go out among the people." And that's going into the truth, man. You're not going to be able to go out and teach His word to the people, man. This is Good News Translation. It says, "You will be tied with ropes, mortal man, and you will not be able to go out in public." And see, this is what we come into, man. You can't be out there teaching the word and you got martial law troops and National Guard troops. You're going to be a prime target, man. I can't say, well, they ain't going to bother you just because you're preaching the word. Esau don't look at us teaching the word like that. They look at us like this is hate speech, man. The Israelites is a hate group. That's what they look at it as, man. This is this man's kingdom. So we ain't going to be able to go against what he thinks about us, because he can paint the narrative on the news. They can use your likeness and say you said this or did, anything, man. But the Lord is telling you through the Spirit that soon the men of the Lord are not going to be able to go out and reprove the people. Tell them the truth, man. Verse 26, it says, "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the root of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover." See, you're not going to be able to go out and preach the word, telling them the truth. For they are a rebellious house. And see, that's the reason why the Lord telling you now, man. If you're not seeking the Lord, you're a rebellious house, man. You're going to be equated with the wicked for judgment. "But when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth." See that? The Lord is going to give the men of the Lord to tell you if it's meant for you. Because a lot of people are not going to get a second chance, man. This is it. But when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, thus say Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power, he that heareth, let him hear. See that? If you hear it, you better pay attention, man. And he that forbeareth, let him forbear. And if you don't want to listen, go on with your life, man. We're going to see how your end is. For they are a rebellious house. See, you're rebellious to the truth. And the Lord is going to turn his back on 2/3 of his people, man. He's going to turn his back. And that's the reason why the men of the Lord are going to come off the highways and byways, man. The word is not going to go out anymore. This is the way the Lord is turning his back on you, to tell you how to be saved. This is Isaiah 55 and verse 11. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. See that? Who was meant to get it was meant to get it. The elect was meant to be sealed by this word, man. Everyone else is not meant to be saved, man. And it's speaking to you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans that are the Lord's people. Not everyone is meant to be saved. Only the elect. But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. See that? The word is going to prosper in the elect. Those are going to be the Lord is elect. They see the judgment coming. They see the Lord shaking his hand over Babylon the Great. You see the people being stirred up all over the world, man. And that's all you see on television now. Jimmy Kimmel protests for him free speech or hate speech. This is not going to go on for a long time, man. We see the Lord is closing the doors on Babylon the Great, man. That beast system is already set up, man. I've seen about 2 or 3 videos before I even started this lesson, man. Going into the system they already got set up in Thailand? That they're already rolling it out, man. Counseling everybody's bank account. So we're in those times, man. And the faith of the Lord the Lord bless us with, this is what you have to grow with. You have to continue to build on that, continue to meditate on the faith that we have been blessed with. Because no one is going to be able to change your mind once things start to happen. If your mind is not firm in the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you're not meant to get it then. Because the precepts ain't going to be broken down to you when all hell breaking loose. It's too late. And a lot of our people, it's already too late. And the Lord said we're not going to be a reproval for you. But if you're able to still get these lessons, man, take heed to it, man. And I'm not just saying this for the hell of it. I'm saying this because I know it's through the Spirit. This is going to happen, man. Too much is happening very fast, man. It's not a long, drawn-out thing. The Lord is moving this thing fast. This is Jeremiah 1 in verse, I'll start at verse 7. I just want to hit the point on this. It says, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee. See that? The Lord has sent us to the elect, and they have received it. And whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So we have to go out and tell this truth to you if you believe it or not. And we're not worried about, oh, man, that's stupid, that's dumb, man. I ain't believing that. That's a white man book or whatever they say. But you can't say you didn't get it. The Lord didn't show his love to you because he sent his man out before he brought his judgment. No one is going to be able to say the Lord was unfair. Because the Lord put the word in our mouth and we went out and told you plainly. We didn't use any parables. We spoke to you plainly. And if you didn't take heed to it, it wasn't meant for you, man. You was meant to be destroyed on this side. This is Jeremiah 1 in verse 9. It says, then Yahweh Bashem Yahushua put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said unto me, behold, I have put my word in thy mouth. See that? We didn't tell you any in a parable or a riddle. We told you plainly, man, how to repent, how to return to the Lord, how to celebrate the high holy days, how to worship the Lord, how to meditate, how to fast. Same thing I was taught. I said to other people, man. I didn't hold it in. I didn't. When I was taught, I said it just like I was taught. I didn't hold it in. I didn't hold it back. Because salvation is coming to the elect. And everyone else that they didn't take heed to this word was going to taste the fire, man. They're going to feel the fire, man. And that's just as plain as you can possibly put it, man. Verse 10, it says, see, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. And this is what this word has done. And men and women that the Lord had slated to be the first fruits, the elect, it has been planted in them. And they have stood firm and will stand firm to the very end, man. Because they believe on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh's word, man. This is Mark 4 and verse 9. It says, well, I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, and when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12 asked of him the parable. And he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of power. See that? To us, it was given to know the mysteries of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. But unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables. See that? Somebody else that we speaking plainly to you, somebody else can't get it. So to them, it's a parable, man. And that's the reason why you know the Lord is on your side, if you can understand what the apostles and elders and brothers been teaching. It wasn't meant for you to not understand. It's meant for you to understand the kingdom of heaven, man. Because you got to forget, you can't forget that the kingdom of heaven is within us. So it's basically just being unlocked for us to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But everybody else is a mystery, man. Verse 12, it says, that seeing they may see and perceive not. Salaki, let me read that one more time. 12, it says, that seeing that they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand. See, they see us on the highways and byways. They click on lessons, but they still don't understand. What motivates these people to continue on believing in the unknown and the unseen? Because they Jesus, they can see. They got an image of him, man, imprinted in their head, man. Everybody can be a Christian, and that's how they think, man. But we go out on the streets and teach, motivated every week, and be full of the praise of the Lord, man. That spirit hit us, man. We go into precept after precept, boom, 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 boom. And it's a beautiful thing because it's all in harmony, man. It's all in harmony with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. 12, it says, that seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand, lest at any time they should be converted. See, those that was converted can hear. They understand now. But those that weren't converted, they're not meant to be converted until the Lord judges place. And their sins should not be, it's like, and their sins should be forgiven them. And see, our sins are going to be blotted out. And that's the elect. Sins are going to be blotted out. But 2/3 of our people, their sins are not going to be blotted out. They're going to be judged on this side. They're going to be judged on this side. This is Isaiah 6 and 9. It says, and he said, go and tell this people, Hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not. It's the same thing I just read, Yahweh Shah spoke of. Make the hearts of this people fat and make their ears heavy and shed their eyes. And that's what the Lord has done to these people, man. Least they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. See, the angels are blinding these people as well, man. Because they can't see what we've been telling them. Everything is put before us, man. We can see it clear as day, man, the hopeful elect. Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. We can see it plainly, man. Oh, boom. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay. The MOTB is the RFID marker. Okay, yeah, man. We can see it, man. Them setting up the way they coming in with like a flood. These martial law troops, the National Guard set up everywhere, all these major cities. These alphabet gangs on the streets. Man, we in those times, man. There's no turning back. Verse 11, it says, Then said I, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, how long? How long are these people going to be covered with darkness, man? And he's answered, until the cities be wasted. See that? Until the cities be wasted without inhabitant. See that? What's going to waste the cities, man? And what's going to make it uninhabitable? And the houses without men, and the land be utterly desolate. That's the destruction, man. So if you seeing and see not, and perceive it and perceive not, you were meant to be destroyed, man. You thinking, well, I'm gonna continue on in my life, not knowing right around the corner is man, a great judgment the Lord is setting up for this place, man. This is Revelations 2 and verse 7. It says, He that heareth, it says, He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith to the churches. To him that overcometh, he will give to eat of the tree of life. See that? You got to overcome all these things that's coming on the earth, man. And the Lord has a special reward for you, man. Which is in the midst of the paradise of power. See that? If you endure, the Lord is going to give you a tremendous blessing, man. Let me get this in the NLT. And that's where your focus should be, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Because a brother can't save you, the apostles can't save you, the elders, bishops, they can't save you. This is all based on what you put in and is what you're going to get out of it, man. New Living Translation says, anyone with ears to hear must listen to the Spirit and understand what he is saying to the churches. And this is what we are saying to the churches, man, because we have the Lord, like you told Jeremiah, you're going to put the Spirit in your mouth. I'm going to touch your mouth. So that's what we're doing, man. The Lord has touched our mouth to bring his word out to our people, man. To everyone who is victorious, I will give fruit from the tree of life in the paradise of power, man. I'm going to end it there, man. Lord Williams edifying. Shalom. Shalom.